We are back. We are back. After a month-long hiatus, our haters' worst nightmares came true. We are back on the mic, Bryce.
Oh my God, it feels so good. And yeah, like 3 people are really excited and the rest of the world doesn't really care, but it's really good to be back with you on the show.
It's been refreshing, to be honest. I've always enjoyed kind of getting away from just the online world, collected myself, taking a breather, but it just feels right, and we got a lot of good things to catch up again with here in the state of
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah, we talked about how all the burners go to bed after basketball season, and I feel like we kind of did that too, and hopefully we come back with a renewed energy.
I think we got it. And well, speaking of like a refreshing retreat, you just came back. So the reason why we took this break was, life excuses. Work got busy. You got
Yep.
freaking married. You had a
I got
honeymoon.
married.
All sorts of shit was going on. So it came at a really good time. And you just got back from a honeymoon. Well, I'm going to talk about your wedding first here, real quick.
Well, and Nate, we had a bachelor party in there too, where we went to the Ozarks.
We did a
But yeah,
lot of.
let's focus on the wedding first.
So you had a wedding, and I have not given you enough praise for you and Darian scheduling a Friday wedding.
Okay, good. You were happy about that?
So I didn't know it was a Friday wedding until like 2 weeks before the wedding.
Neither did Jeremy.
And so apparently a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh shit. Now I got to make this work somehow. So it's a good, no big problem. Worked a half day, and we got down to Des Moines, and the aftermath of waking up Saturday when I'm in complete shambles, knowing that I have a whole day to collect myself, and then yet again another whole day to get my fucking life back together was one
Isn't
of the
that
best.
kind of nice?
It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So I think it was like my first ever Friday wedding I've had, and man, I'm gonna miss those come some hungover Sunday mornings.
Yeah, I know. We got a couple Saturdays this summer. We had been to one Friday wedding and it was awesome to recover. And we're like, we should keep that. So I think there's a few things that happened when we got married at 30 years old compared to like if I had gotten married 5 years ago. We learned a lot. We knew what we wanted, what we didn't, what kind of people we are, and like what kind of things we wanted to do and not do. And it was kind of a hybrid. I don't know what your thoughts are from like start to finish, and hopefully you had fun, but it was definitely a hybrid of like some of the old school stuff mixed with the new school, and Friday was definitely part of that.
Yeah, it is hard to beat like a nostalgic, perfect weather Saturday wedding. Like you
Yes.
wake up, there's love in the air, and I
Yep.
didn't really have too much time to think about because I was still at work. Then skipped
Yeah.
over to the point, but I don't care. I woke up Saturday. I'm like, this is freaking awesome. I have 2 days to get my shit back together. So for that, I applaud you guys. Well done.
Well,
The
yeah,
beautiful,
good. I'm
beautiful venue too. We were out in the middle of St. Charles, Iowa, just south of Des Moines. There, the weather cooperated incredibly well, and
It did.
vibes were fun. And we tacked downtown Des Moines just a little bit, but nothing
Just
too
a
much.
just a little. Yeah, yeah. It did work out really great. I don't know if you ever envisioned this. You got married, obviously, not so long ago, and I had never really thought about what an ideal wedding date would be. I knew I wanted to do it in Iowa. We had very little talks about doing it outside of the state of Iowa because you do it from May through October, you're going to get just beautiful scenery, and we want to do it here. But other than that, I didn't really know what to expect, and it turned out about as well as we could have hoped. So, yeah, thanks for coming. We had so many people say that you and Madison were the life of the party, which you guys do bring it to every big occasion, and we thank you for that.
So you guys had the party bus pick us up at the wedding venue to bring us back to the hotels to downtown Des Moines, and the bus driver must have slammed on his brakes because of a car in front of her. She went flying. No,
Yes, yeah, I had forgotten about that
she
until the
still
next
has
day.
she still has back issues from that moment.
Ooh, and that was not a nice bus either. That was like an old school 2000s school bus. That was not nice. Yeah, that was rough. Totally forgot about that until Darian mentioned it. But yeah, I
There's
think
bruises on the kneecaps, hips, joints, because when I get on the dance floor, all the joints and ligaments touch the dance floor, and it is what it is at that point. But no, we had a great time, and it was
good.
so much fun. So
Such
I
a
want
such a whirlwind, dude. Like go from Darian's bachelorette party to bachelor party in the Ozarks with the boys on May 15th. Get Memorial Day weekend, which we didn't do a whole lot. We were planning for the wedding. Go right into wedding weekend, and then we head down to St. Pete / Sarasota for a week, and just got back, and now we're sunburnt. And speaking of sunburn, we had a great first couple days, lots of sun time, and Darian got sun poisoning. So like midway through the week, she starts to kind of get like, I guess bloated is a way to say it, at least from the start. She gets swollen, like almost to the point where she can't even see. This is like Thursday, so like what, 2-3 days into this thing, and by the time we leave, her entire face is just a big red balloon. It was wild. And here's what's crazy. I had seen a girl on TikTok kind of explain sun poisoning and this recent situation that she had gone through where it kind of gets bad. It starts inflating all the way to the point where she has to go to the ER. And I'm like, oh, that looks terrible. That's awful. So Darian wakes up one morning, she starts to get swollen, and my head immediately goes to this TikTok. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's happening to her. And it did. So that was a little bit of a bummer on the tail end. We had lots of fun, lots of beach time, played some golf, saw lots of wildlife, lots of dolphins, but that was a little bit of a humdinger.
You guys were married for what, less than 1 week, and you almost had to take your wife to the ER.
Yeah. And she joked today, now that she's all back to normal, she's like, through sickness and in health was tested very early.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you guys threw that out there. 2 things here. Show off give me that wedding ring.
Oh yeah, it's on. I almost forgot to put it back on after the gym.
Oh, So mine's currently lost right now. I've lost it like 10 times in the last. It's a rubber band. I only wear the rubber band.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's in my brother's downstairs bathroom, sitting on the sink.
Yeah,
it's
around. Yeah,
it's in the area. I'll try to retrieve it Wednesday.
How long did it take for you to get used to it?
I don't know. There's times where I'm still not used to it.
Yeah,
I'm more used to it than I thought it would be. How about that? I don't know. Honestly, I can't even tell you because I wear I think I wore the metal one. The only time I ever wore the actual ring was the wedding night.
Yeah,
literally it. And ever since I wear the rubber, because I would lose it. I've lost this rubber like 10 times already. And good story about that actually. We went to it was last year we were golfing, and I lost my rubber ring. So again, it's not a big deal, but
yeah.
And the wife just cares that if it's on my finger. Well, obviously it wasn't on my finger for a couple of days, and she never noticed it. We went golfing the next week, and we parked near the same spot where I parked the week prior at the golf course. She steps out of the vehicle and she's like, "Oh my God, is that your ring?" She found my ring in the
that is stuff that only happens to you,
right? So I got caught red-handed, but that's why I can't wear a metal ring. It would just be a disaster.
Yeah, I guess a few things I'm surprised by. The amount of times you have to take it off, like especially if you're wearing the hard one, golf and the gym and like cooking and just different things where it gets snagged. And then just the amount of people that are asking like, like, are you used to it yet? Are you going to do a rubber one? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like getting used to this thing.
Well, okay. So another quick story. Last story about rings. We'll move on here. My uncle, I don't know if you've ever heard the story. My uncle Fro, who used to live in Algona. God, this would have been like 20 years ago. He would walk out of his living room and go into the garage, but to get down to the bottom of the garage, he had to walk down the stairs. And he was a teacher at Bishop Garrick at the time. Every time he'd be walking down the stairs in the morning, there was a shelf overhanging, and he would tap it up there every single time for a decade. One day he did it, looked down, his finger was gone. There was a nail sticking out from that shelf, caught the wedding ringer, ripped his finger off clean.
Yeah. Nate, you know how many times I've told people that story?
Oh, so you did know that story.
Oh, you've told this to me before. I'm glad you told it for the listener. But it is something I'm severely thinking about. And like, I'm actually like looking forward to the rubber ring because every time this thing slightly gets caught, I think of Uncle Fro.
Yeah. 4-finger Fro. And I'm using my hands all day. So maybe that's the reason why I don't use my metal ring too. But yeah, just a wild story. So be careful out there if you got the metal on there. And, we're going to move on here because I want to brag about my wife, Bryce.
Yeah.
During Memorial weekend. She had a late birthday present surprise for me. 2-3 weeks after my birthday. But I've known about this surprise for 2 months. I knew it was coming. Didn't know exactly what it was. Went to her parents' town of New Hampton. Woke up Saturday morning of the Memorial weekend. And she didn't tell me where we were going. So we started driving. We got about 10 minutes away from Charles City. So what the hell are we doing in Charles City? And I knew it. And once we got a little bit close to the Trolley, I'm like, we're getting in a freaking airplane today. I know it. Sure enough, we pulled to the airport, and she's like, yeah, we're getting a private airplane today for your birthday present. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And
So
but
cool.
the coolest surprise was that her brother was there at the airport, who is a pilot for Delta, and he was gonna be the one piloting the plane. So that was the best part about it. Him and his fiance were there, so they went up in the air with us. Yeah, they're like, we're gonna fly you to going to your hometown today. We're gonna go to lunch with your parents. We're gonna fly you back. So
That's so cool.
one of the coolest experiences I've ever done. So yeah, easily the best birthday present I've ever received from my wife. So shout out to her.
That is an awesome gift for Madison. That's so cool. I saw your snaps. We talked a little bit on the swipe up of the story. That looked really, really cool.
Flew over Clear Lake a little bit. We got low. Flew right over Lagona. I got some pictures right here. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
So
we'll throw those up for sure.
The one at the house, that's my sister's house in the corner. That was the cool part. Like I've seen Algona my entire life from the ground level, right? Now this time you're not like high commercial height flight, you know. We're like 1,500 feet at the air this time because we're getting low to land. So seeing Algona from that perspective was really cool. The next picture is good old Oak Lake, and that's where Dirty Dave came out of his shed and found us and started taking video of us flying over. And then there's us four in the cockpit right there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Very cool that the brother-in-law gets to show you around too. It's so cool.
Did an awesome job. Smooth landing, smooth takeoff, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad that you got a birthday experience because the bachelor trip kind of overshadowed that weekend for you. And thank you for parents and Madison and everyone for letting us steal Nate for the weekend. But yeah, what a way to make up for it. That is awesome. And it is, I mean, what a time to do it too. Iowa getting all green. All these pictures look awesome.
Especially it's going to be really green here moving forward because we've been getting, have you guys been getting a shit ton of rain?
Hard to know. I wasn't here.
Well, hopefully you guys are getting rain because I see you guys can't water your freaking lawns again.
Yeah, we got the ban notice just today.
A yearly tradition.
Yeah, some of this shit's just getting old. Derechos and tornadoes and water bans and nitrates and bullshit. But yeah, we got some weather coming for sure.
All right, Bryce, I put together an activity for us today.
Nice.
Well, not so much me, but from Twitter, Garrett Bucket Sturts, and this has been kind of a viral post here the recent couple of weeks. We're a little behind it, but I want to retouch up on it because it's fascinating, and I'd like to hear your opinion on some of this. So he put out a tweet, if you can enlarge this picture on the YouTube channel for us, and for the people listening, he put out a tweet saying, you have a week vacation in Iowa during the summer, but you can't leave the zone you pick. Where are you going? So he split Iowa into 8 different zones, as in like Northwest Iowa, North Central Iowa, Southeast Iowa, Central Iowa, etc. So you have to pick a spot for a week, and you can't leave the zone. Bryce, let's go through all 8, and together let's rank the worst to the best.
Okay.
So we'll start with our 8th right here. I want to say Southeast Iowa.
I think that there's a pretty obvious one. Yeah, I think it has to be 8.
So you're cool with saying Southeast Iowa is the worst spot to vacation for?
100%. I saw Chris Hassel say the same thing, and I totally agree. There's just not much I want to do down there, so I'm good with that. Yeah.
Very little lakes. You got some river towns. There's better places to be. What's your 7th here?
This is a little tougher because you have 2 with Boji, you've got 6 with Decorah and the lakes and everything.
If you don't have 2 as your number 1, you're a serial killer.
That feels really wrong to not do that. I think 4 is underrated. There's a lot of good golf. Saylorville Lake, 7 is up there. Probably 1, honestly.
Okay, I was gonna go 3 or 1. I'm fine with taking 1 because 3's got, I think, Rathbun Lake.
They got Rathbun. They've got a good hunting lodge down there. There is some stuff in 3 that'd be okay.
Okay, but so it sounds like we're going to take 1, which is like it goes from Sioux City basically down to Council Bluffs, the entire southwest part of Iowa. There can't be shit to do there.
And we've talked about this enough. Well, Western Iowa is not on the top of our list.
No, they knew that was coming if you listened to the cast. So it sounds like you want to do 1 as number 7, and then 3, which is South Central Iowa, as 6.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, this is where things start getting interesting. Would you take 7 over 5? So would you take Central East Iowa over North Central Iowa?
Yes, even with Clear Lake in 5, I think I'm taking 7 just because of Riverside.
Just because
Or Cedar Rapids,
just so you can golf. Okay.
just blue top. Yeah, like if I'm vacationing for a week, I'm probably playing golf. So you'd get a Mana, you'd get blue top, you'd
But
get brown
hold on,
deer,
five
Finkbine.
you get Cedar Falls though too. You do get Cedar Falls. It's
That's a good
snuck in
point.
there.
Oh, that's a good
That's
point. Yeah, it is
let's go.
there.
Those are interchangeable. Those are
Yeah.
interchangeable. Clear Lake's we just went and ate at Clear Lake yesterday at a bar side grill right on the lake, which is really cool. I can look at Clear Lake all I want. I don't want to get in the freaking water there,
No, you'll get it
but I'm
equal.
fine. I'm fine with being around there. So okay, let's go 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make that interchangeable. And I think the next answer here is probably Central Iowa.
Has to go 4, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Des Moines just got too much to offer. It's got more to offer than any part of the state in Iowa. And you know what? I would actually maybe put 4 ahead of 6. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Just because it's summer.
Yeah.
I'm a Northeast Iowa guy during the fall.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time. Yep. I mean, the Dubuque, LeClaire, all that area is really cool.
It is
probably
pretty.
for like river people, but I mean, you get
I'm not a
Ankeny, you
big.
get Saylorville Lake, you get Des Moines, you get a lot of good stuff in 4.
I'm not a big river guy. I really am. I'm not.
Yeah.
The in-laws
Special breed.
love the in-laws love going to Prairie du Chien up
Mhm.
there in Northeast Iowa. So I guess maybe if I had experience there, I could probably say it. But either way, it's a good time. But then the clear winner here has to be Okoboji.
Yes. Yeah. 2 has to be 1.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Because I've always said it. I said Okoboji's maybe the one spot in Iowa that makes you feel like you're not in Iowa sometimes.
Agreed. Yeah.
So
Bogie alone carries 2. There's not a whole lot else that you would do in number 2, but yeah, Bogie is single-handedly the number 1 thing to do for a vacation. If that's the criteria here, which it is. That's what's funny too. I wouldn't put 4 that high because obviously I'm here, and you might feel the same way about Cedar Falls. Like it's not really a vacation if I'm just staying in my hometown. So I'd hear some arguments against our picks here, but I think we made the right choices.
Yeah, shout out to Garrett Back. I call him Bucket Sturts. Garrett Back Cut Sturts. Great name. Yep. Garrett Sturts was a legendary player for Drake. So for sparking a huge conversation throughout the state of Iowa here. Let's jump into some weather records for June 8th. You guys had a high of 86 today. Probably felt like 95 with the freaking humidity. Hot. And the record high for June 8th in Des Moines, Iowa is 101 degrees Fahrenheit, set back in 1985. Lowest temperature, 41 degrees, set back in 1913. Most precipitation, 3.11 inches, 1974. It has never snowed on June 8th in Des Moines, Iowa. And your average high of 80 degrees.
Nice. What would you say what the low temp was?
60. Oh, that's average low. My bad. 41 degrees.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear that the first time, but like I know that June can be weirdly cold. When we came back from Florida in 2021, and it was the first week of June, it was pretty cold. It was like 60 and windy.
That's
40
brutal.
Would be fucking crazy.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it was warm. Lots of warmth, also lots of thunderstorms and stuff this week.
It's going to be warm the next couple of days, and then it gets down to like the low 70s here towards the end of the week, I saw. So looking forward to that. Dude, we were at my parents' this last weekend, and the AC broke in the house. And for where Madison and I sleep, when we're at my parents' faces the sun basically all day. So it just cooked. Dude, I had it every hour at my parents', I had to take a washcloth, go put it in the freezer, and wrap it around my neck like 6 times throughout the night. I was
miserable. Dude, that's awful.
We have 2 fans directly on us. It could not help us. So they did get it fixed today, by the way. So that was a terrible experience. All right, your Iowa. Actually, well, shit. I skipped Iowa fact. We'll come back to that because we're talking June 8th here. Bryce, on this day in Iowa, June 8th, was the 1953 Sioux City flood. The Sioux City flood was a catastrophic flash flood that struck on June 8th, 1953, caused by 8 to 11 inches of torrential rain in the Floyd River Basin. A sudden wall of water engulfed Sioux City, Iowa, killing 14 people, destroying millions of dollars in property, and forcing massive evacuations.
Those floods, man. One of the interesting conversations we had in Florida was with a group that had just moved down to St. Pete. They lived in Tornado Alley, somewhere in Missouri or upper Oklahoma for a long time, and just moved to St. Pete. and we talked about like hurricanes versus tornadoes versus earthquakes and all this stuff. The flood. I think the flooding from earthquakes or from hurricanes and the flooding from like heavy rain in the Midwest, people underestimate the damage of a flood.
Oh, it's by far the sneakiest.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's pouring out, it's the way it can accumulate so fast and rush down like the river. And there's nothing worse than standing in water. I can't imagine having that in your house. You saw Spencer get destroyed. What was that, 2 years
Yeah, that
ago?
was bad. Yeah, Spencer 2 years
How
ago.
do you? I don't understand it. I think flooding is the deadliest natural disaster too in all the world. It has to be.
I think it is too because of the bacteria and stuff that just starts to rot and infest.
Yeah, you're not going to win against a flood. I don't. Have you actually even ever seen or ever been a part of any flood situation?
2015, I think, the year that Jeremy and I started living together at UNI, we went up to Waverly to prep his parents' flooring business. It never ended up flooding. It kind of came back down to Cedar Rapids, which I have a lot of family there, so they experienced it. But no, I've never actually been a part of a town that has flooded out.
Yeah, I was going to say I was two instances, and these are not actually like experiencing a flood. One was that 2015. I remember sandbagging the river,
Yeah.
near Main Street in Cedar Falls, and then the first one was the same was '08, the same system that struck Cedar Rapids. A bunch of that rain hit north central Iowa back in Algona, and my parents' backyard. If you go down the hill, there's a little creek, which is maybe like 2 feet wide, 2 to 3 feet wide at a normal. This time, it was after the same system hit. It was a raging river back there that spread probably like to 25 feet wide, and that was one of the coolest sights ever. It
is really cool.
So
It's
cool.
pretty like terrifying too. Like when you see a river swell like that. And yeah, I don't know how much Cedar Rapids has even done to like really improve their situation. But...
A shit ton. Dude, I'm driving by it every day.
Okay, good.
Well, because they have that new casino being built right down there too. So if you're building,
you have to protect it.
You have to protect it. So it took a casino to build some flood walls. They've been ever since the last 3 or 4 years. You can see them always building flood walls right there in the downtown by the S curve. So
very good. Okay, that's good to hear.
But why?
Yeah, scary stuff. If the floods, I mean,
but here's my
just
thing.
Imagine 1953. You don't have the technology.
No, right, and you don't know what's coming. So that's why it's so deadly. But like the flood walls they're building would not have stopped the '08 flood though. So
no,
which is like a once in a generation flood.
Yeah. What do they call those? Like the once in 100 years flood or whatever. But
once in a century flood. Yeah. Well, speaking of water, we're going to be talking a lot about water today, Bryce, because I have your Iowa fact of the week. Bryce, if Iowa were flat, could you cover the entire surface area of the state in 1 inch of water with all of it from Lake Okoboji? Now remember, about a month ago, I did a fact of the week. If you took all the water from Lake Okoboji and you put it in a foot volume, foot by foot by foot, you could reach the moon. Could you cover the entire state of Iowa in 1 inch of water if Iowa were flat?
Yeah, and I definitely had that last one in mind. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to actually say like 10 times over.
Bryce, not even close. If you were to take, it would cover 1/20th of an inch of Iowa in water.
Really?
Yeah, it would take 20 Lake Okobojis to cover Iowa in 1 inch of water.
Man, these Boji facts have my mind in a blender.
We're gonna get to know a lot about Okoboji here. These facts of the weeks.
It's good. It's good. The right time for summer coming up. Yeah. People should know about their lakes and in the weirdest ways too. I really appreciate these facts.
Yeah, I just asked ChatGPT. She calculates all the volumes for me, so they're semi-accurate at least, anyways. Curious though. Let's run some Iowa news here because something big is taking effect here in the state of Iowa, July 1st. We talked about this previously, but it's a done deal because Iowa's increasing its default speed limit to the 2-lane state highways from 55 to 60 miles an hour, signed into law by Governor Kim Reynolds. I think it was her last ever bill signed too, before she retires here.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Which it takes place July 1st.
Yeah, I guess I kind of forget what your thoughts were on this when we first talked about it. I like it, but I'm still like a 30-year-old guy that likes to, speed along and get to my destination quickly. I know that there was a stat that was like 9% more fatal accidents will occur over the year or something like that, which is not good, obviously. What was your feelings on this?
So initially, I was in between on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am completely against it. Yeah.
Is it because your
It's-
work?
Yeah, well, yes, I've seen it all. There are majority of the roads out in Iowa should not be the speed limit they are, let alone 5 miles an hour over. Because the unwritten rule, I like to say in Iowa, is you go at least 5 miles over the speed limit.
Yep.
So if it's 55, it's 60. That's fine. That I'm cool with. But now you start pitching 60, you're going to see people start going 65, 67,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's an unwritten rule that you have to factor in this. And there are roads that are there's not enough reaction time sometimes. So I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't. Now that you say it like that, I don't disagree. And then I think about like a lot of the county highways that maybe aren't even in good enough shape to be that fast.
Super narrow highways too. You're
Yeah.
right there near each other. So, factor an additional 10 miles maybe 7 miles an hour each side. That's 14 miles additional, less reaction time going at each other. And like I said, I've seen it all, man. The majority of the roads should not be the speed limit they are.
Yeah.
Let alone 60. So
I think I agree with you at the end of the day.
I only say it because of the unwritten rule, which is hard to.
You just know if you go 5 miles up, it's actually like you're almost going like 10 miles per hour more. And shoot, I'm guilty of this. So the rule of thumb on I-35 is like 9 or 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. It feels like if you're not going
interstate
that fast, you're getting passed.
Interstate, it's about 8 to 10 miles an hour over is the unwritten rule. So
I guess we'll see, right? Like it is a little bit scary. Hopefully people take care of their roads and are smart, but probably not.
Yeah. So look out for there's some bad drivers out there, and
there are. Yeah.
As good as the driver you are, there are some terrible drivers.
And it is, dude, the phone ban thing. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but there is so many people on their phone.
Oh, I see it all the time because I have in my truck. I can look down at everybody.
Oh, right.
I said over half the people I drive by are on their phones. That's over.
It is not getting
It's
better
unbelievable.
here.
Oh no, it's terrible. It's terrible.
So you add higher speeds and more phone time. Yeah,
that's why
we're done for.
Yeah, in a world of distracted driving, now we're going, 7 miles additional.
Yeah, let's just get that speed up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, back in the day, I would have loved this. Now I don't. I'm getting older, get more protective, I guess, maybe. That's a sign of maturing over here. But, yeah, just so you know, as good as a driver you are, I've seen some of the worst drivers in the state out there. They're out there, people.
Yep.
An Eastern Iowa company wins the coolest thing made in Iowa contest. I think we talked about this last year. Well, this year we have our new one here. It's the Mighty M ePowerStation. That was the named 2026 coolest thing made in Iowa during the ABI's Taking Care of Business conference last Wednesday.
What does this thing do?
It's a portable power bank that delivers up to 6,000 watts of continuous output and is emission-free energy source that can travel anywhere and power events, construction sites, festivals, and more.
Cool.
Yeah. Based out of Peosta. It's this company.
Nice.
I need this for
a fun town.
I need this for tailgating.
Yeah, I was going to say tailgating. I imagine a lot of people at Corn 350 will be powering their stations and tailgating there. All the Iowa events coming up, this thing will be used, I'm sure. That's pretty sweet. It looks sweet.
It does. It looks like a droid from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Like an R2-D2 type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of the things you'd find on that like scrap ship, but it's like a gem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sweet. This is a really cool contest. I really like this stuff. I know that like Vermeer, the Pella-based like land or earth moving company will submit stuff, and it's like big and small inventions. This is a cool one, very practical. I feel like for like the regular consumer too.
Yeah, I'd like to see some farmers get together and compete in this together. See what they come up with.
Well, that's what it really should be. It shouldn't be like
actual companies.
Yeah, it should be like, what did you make in your backyard this year?
Yeah, That needs to be like a separate redneck innovative contest for coolest thing made. That we could be on to something here.
Could be an Iowa chill thing.
We could be. That's our niche. We've seen it all through some of the Snapchats. Some cool things made that some rednecks have done. They're out there, people. I would like to see that a yearly competition. Bryce, if you're a kitten lover, which I actually, you know what, I know you're not because you have terrible allergies.
Yeah, I got some bad allergies.
But you're still gonna like this story because a tiny kitten was rescued after 2 days trapped in a drainage pipe in Clarence, Iowa.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's so cold.
Mm-hmm. After 2 days of worry, sweat, problem solving, heavy equipment, and 2 sets of crew members, saved a tiny kitten trapped nearly 6 feet underground in Clarence, Iowa. Look at that thing.
Gosh. Absolutely gross. Yeah, this thing needed to be saved badly. You know, as much as like they do give me allergies, I have a very big soft spot now with all the family members and Scott and Dusty with
Bryce,
cats. So I've got a soft spot for them.
We're one of the final people left on this planet that don't own cats.
I know. It's like an infestation after COVID. I feel like everyone got more dogs and more cats. And we're holding strong. Do you have allergies too?
I don't think I don't know. I'm more of like a outside allergy guy. Like nature kind of gets me. Not so much. I guess animals are nature. Not to the severity of you do.
Yeah. It's like a full body takeover.
Yeah.
No, definitely. This is a huge story. This kitten needed to be saved, big time.
Reminds me of
those guys are heroes.
It's the baby Jessica of Iowa. If you remember that story.
Was that a horse?
No, baby Jessica was like a little girl. God, how long ago was that? Was that the middle of the 1990s? I think it was in Texas, somewhere down there. She fell down a pipe, and I can't remember how long she was down there, but she was ultimately it took a couple days to pull her out. So it was a huge story. It was worldwide.
I got to look into baby Jessica more. I've never even heard that story, but yeah. Great job, everybody, getting this nice little kitten. Probably back to an owner that's very happy to have her.
Now, this is the news I've been waiting to hear as an Iowa fan for a long time. Carver Hawkeye Arena has been approved for planning of a whole $50 to $70 million budget renovation.
It's about damn time.
These plans include to improve more premium seating, club space, concessions, restrooms, and seating. One thing I don't see on there is the plan to improve the student section. Maybe that's not all the details delivered yet, but has got to be in there if you're going to put $50 to $70 million into this fucking arena. Fix the student section and put security guards halfway down the arena. And any person over 65 years old that tries to get through them, they need to be ID'd. You kick them back up to the upper bowl of the arena. Yeah. That's what I would fucking do.
Yeah. Anyone that wants to sit down, go up top.
Go up top.
Do you think more premium seating maybe gives more room to the students that could be seated closer to the floor? I don't know. Maybe it moves some space around.
See, I'm not a big fan of I don't know how the premium. Well, the premium seating is going to drive in more revenue, so you have to have some of it. Mm-hmm. All I know is that Carver's a freaking dump.
And you would know better than I do. I don't spend much time there. It's been 10 plus years since I even stepped foot in there. It wasn't a great experience. I've seen your videos. It doesn't look like perfectly like fit for the fans, especially the students. No. So you would know more than I do.
No. I mean, some people are going to argue with me. I get it because any arena that's packed and full and energized can be a good arena. Okay, that Carver's had its moments. Don't get me wrong. But I've been to the Chrysler Center, which is Michigan's arena, and that's not that much newer than Carver, and it's way fucking better. I'm like, Carver's a dump when you think of the restaurants, concessions. I hate it. The lighting's depressing sometimes. Sometimes I go, this is so dark. It's just like, it's a dungeon in here, man. So clearly Beth Getz is working on here something special, and they need to, redo. I'm team blow up Carver. Blow up Carver, build an arena now maybe closer to the downtown Iowa City or somewhere closer for the students to have accessibility. Like, the students got to take a fucking CAM bus and during the middle of winter to get to Carver Hawkeye Arena. There's your answer for the lack of attendance for students. This shit needs to be closer to the campus. And I get it. Campus is terrible for parking. Can we put it maybe on the north end, north towards Coralville, like where the Extreme Arena is, closer to the interstate?
Yeah,
Somewhere.
access for people off the interstate would be nice too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm with you, dude.
Somewhere
I remember
where
when.
take some of this money and build a couple bars around the arena too. There's one bar.
Yeah.
If you want people to have a damn good time, a whole game day experience, especially on the Saturday and weekend games, you can't just funnel 15,000 people into the fucking Vine. You got to
Yeah.
build like a little village.
A mini ped mall would be awesome around there for sure.
So there's better locations to where it is right now. There was when my brother was at college, I did the walk with them from where they're in the middle of the winter to get to Carver. I'm like, this sucks. Screw this. They were loyal fans. They did it, but not many people are built like some of those loyal Hawkeye fans. Got to make it attractive.
I'm with you. I think they should take it down. I remember when McLeod got built, and I tell you what, McLeod is still one of the better viewing experiences in the state. You get that sunlight shining through on a Sunday afternoon. That is a great feeling.
Great lighting experience in the McLeod.
And you can't beat Ames, like just the environment, but yeah, McLeod is still like a top viewing experience for me.
It is. It's 2026. When I walk into Carver, I don't feel like I'm in 2026. No. You know, just
it's a start, but we could use a lot more.
It's sad because I was ultimately hoping they would abolish the arena, but now that they're going to pay $50-70 million into the renovation, it'll never
a lot of money.
So they need to build more shit around it. That's my solution there.
Hey, that's a lot of money. I'm sure something will change.
Yeah. So, but these renovations are going to be phased over 2 years. I don't know when they're going to start, but hopefully sooner than later.
Hey, great timing with this lineup of this cast of players we got going. It was awesome to see the guys back in practice. Did
you see that picture
the guys?
of McKeever, Andrew, big 7'3",
full head?
Oh my God, Jaden Coons in front of him, who's 6'7", 4-star recruit out of Storm Lake, Iowa, and he makes everyone, all those guys like 6'8" in front of him, just staying head, shoulders over. Big bone dude. That makes me excited to have a big man like that on the squad.
Yeah, get that stadium, man. Get that stadium all nice. Get more people from around the state. Right now, as it stands, I'm not driving to Carver. I've thought about it a lot of times. I've wanted to go to some games, especially when Caitlin was there, and I just was like, nah, it's not worth it.
Especially when basketball is becoming a lot more popular, right? Especially after last year's season. It was last year when I started going. I had season tickets for the first time last year, and early games were not bad because there's nobody there, which I don't want. But it was a lot more accessible and easy to get to Carver. Better time at the Vine. Now that season tickets numbers going to be well increased, and attendance is going to be well increased. It makes Carver more unattractive in ways to get into it in your spot.
Yeah, you're talking like a true season ticket holder.
Yeah,
I like that.
But I'm happy. Fans are going to be in the seats though, and the conversations at least being tossed around. So hopefully get this bad boy up and running.
Yeah, that is good news. I would have liked a new arena too, but. Nate, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is I just got word that I got some tickets to the Principal Charity Classic, which happens every year at the Wakanda Golf Club in Des Moines. It is now this week instead of the typical Memorial Day weekend. And the big news this year is that two-time major champion Zach Johnson is 50 years old and can now play, and he will be in attendance this weekend in Des Moines. So I'm very excited for this weekend and to catch a glimpse of the former Masters winner, Zach.
What days are you going?
I'm just going to go Friday. We have graduation and a birthday party and all kinds of shit this weekend, so I'll only be able to go one day. But
that'll be fun. Have you been in it before?
Never been.
Okay.
Never been. I've always heard really good things. Wakanda is really cool. So I actually got to play with Connor Young for the media day for the PCC earlier in May, and it's in great condition. So actually all this rain's probably like really nice for those guys. The greens will be nice and soft and everything will be lush. But
yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully the weather cooperates here. It's supposed to rain like the next 8 days. Well, chances of rain every day. We've got a lot of rain over here in Cedar Falls. I don't know about you guys.
Not as much. Like when you guys were getting hit last night, we didn't really have that going on. We were golfing yesterday, so it's been okay.
I like that name.
Wakanda. Yeah, it sounds like Mohican, like Native American almost.
Wakanda
probably is. What do you got going on this week?
God, what do I have going
Grinding?
on this week? Just grinding, man. Wednesday golf league. I'm really enjoying golf league this year. It's so much fun. Men's league is so much fun. We're 3-0. We're 3-0 so far. So
Did
that
Colby have to miss league when he was in Ireland playing
no,
golf?
he didn't. So we didn't have league that week because the state golf was in Waterloo that week
Nice.
on that
Perfect
Wednesday.
timing.
So literally, it could not have worked out any better. Yeah, he had a good trip in Ireland, and then just kind of collect herself. What did I do last weekend? Oh, once my parents had an alumni golf tournament last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, just golf, man. Just gonna do some golfing.
Dude, I'm glad you brought that up. It's a topic that I think is very relevant for this time as everyone's doing golf tournaments, doing a bunch of fundraisers, right? I think it is so funny, but mostly awesome how into the fundraisers and local tournaments that everybody gets in Iowa. Like everyone dives back into their alumni tournament, goes to their hometown courses, spends a bunch of money. Like the donations at these things are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that culture.
Yeah. There's nothing more than I enjoyed right now than just playing in some good old golf tournaments. I look forward to it. So what else? So you got that coming up?
Yep. Member guest the weekend after. Really disappointing news to hear that that best ball that we were trying to get into falls on that city tournament weekend, which I'm poised and ready to pull the trigger on. I think I'm planning my first legitimate tournament.
Do it. I think you're ready. I think
so too.
Your game.
It's gonna take a lot of mental patience. Keeping your head in the game. I think I'm ready.
Oh, yes. Speaking of that, have you seen that? Have you seen the Michael Jackson movie?
No.
Okay, I have, and
but I've seen a lot of impersonators.
Shimone. Probably the best movie experience I've had in the last decade. Not even
good.
It was awesome. Awesome.
Where'd you go see it?
Crossroads, Marcus Theaters in Waterloo.
Nice.
My brother said it was one of the best movies he's ever seen, so I went and saw it because of that reason. And yeah, it was just it was entertaining from start to finish. Just so incredibly good. They didn't get into
that guy was.
Oh, he was so talented. That man.
He was the man.
Now they didn't get into the bad stuff of Michael Jackson, but from the start of his career towards like the peak of his career, and I loved it. Yeah, so, I recommend it. If you haven't seen the MJ movie, definitely.
Tell you what, going to a good movie in a theater is still one of the underrated things you can do.
I struggle so bad sitting through movies. I have so much ADHD. I can't tell you the last time I've gone to a movie and after like a half hour, I'm ready to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, like, it has to be really good.
Not the MJ movie. I was glued the entire way through. So that's coming through a tough in-person going movie critic person right there. So
okay, deal.
Go see MJ.
Hey, there's 4 drive-in theaters left in Iowa. People, go to the Valley Drive-In movie theater in Newton. I think there's one up in Northwest Iowa. I don't know if they're showing the MJ movie, but go support your local drive-in too.
Yeah,
I think that's it, Nate. Just lots of golf. Hopefully get some better weather here. Hopefully see each other soon. It's great to be back on the sticks. I'm glad we're recording again.
Yeah, life is busy, but we're going to make some content out there. Hopefully we're going to try and get a guest in here for you once a month at least. So we got some ideas cooking up out there. But thanks for hopping on with us, people. We didn't go anywhere. We just took a little vacation and we're back. So shout out to Chuck, by the way. We had one. Yeah. Besides some close friends, I know our good friend Mickey Hines always reaching out, supporting the podcast and asking what happened to us. Chuck reached us a nice little DM saying, when you guys posting again, I'm excited to listen to your guys' episodes.
I know, that gets you a little bit more excited to record. So definitely appreciate people listening.
Chuck cares about us, and I appreciate that.
Cool. Have a good week, man.